showing he's been counted. Fabinho is going to be a real troubleshooter. That might be his final warning. 3 fouls in 5 minutes. Under the spotlight for fans and pundits. Expecting to be better today, but limited for options with injuries playing their part. Indicator he looks like he's coming back from injury, but was not involved in the Champions League squad for the group stage to start, so he's ineligible to play even if he's fit. Gieson, slowed down by Jones, looking to Firmino, who slices his clearance. So he has to get there before Osimhen. Thiago. Firmino gives it away, wasn't fouled, and now Di Lorenzo can charge forward. There's Politano to his right, here is Politano. Back and forth to Di Lorenzo, looking back for Politano. Firmino gets a big toe onto it to clear it away. And Gieson, midway in the Liverpool half down the right. It's back from the bucket. Right to Di Lorenzo. Plenty of time to ball into penalty against Osimhen. Firmino reads him well. Salah then gives an awkward pass to Alexander-Arnold. Does really well. Check Elliott was very much on his toes. Well, too much play today based on the challenge of the pronunciation. It's been a big feature, 6 goals in Serie A this season. That's how by Virgil van Dijk, who's continued his run down the left channel, the usual spot for the Dutch centre back. He retreats and Milner gives it to Salah on the right instead. Nice turn to come in the field. Switch it out to Simicast. Ball to Thiago. Obviously playing a game of their own. Thiago very much being pressured by Politano. Simicast there manages to out-nothing Di Lorenzo, gets the ball into the penalty area. Over the head of Roberto Firmino there. His first claim of the league. He's got plenty of options on the bench, Napoli. They don't need to win. To avoid losing by 4 and they've decided to give a few breaks maybe, depending if they come on at all for the likes of Anthony Zano, Simeone, Zelinski. Kvaratskhelia down the left, goes down on the challenge of Kanate. Referee was right on top of it. Doesn't give a penalty, but if we know VAR will be looking at that one. Kvaratskhelia. Arms wide open, asking why he hasn't won a spot kick. The referee indicating for him to get quicker. It gives him a nudge. I really think there's enough there. A small amount of contact, but it was body. Nice angle, maybe favours Napoli a bit more. Spalletti was very much appealing, but the referee started no need for action. The element is possessed by Oliveira. Now, Australia can challenge Alexander Arnold down the left. Comes in field, tries a long range shot, 30 yards. It's comfortably wide of Alisson's got. 1 minute. Liverpool here. Napoli here. Plenty of padding for Beanie on as well. Cooler, and has been recently. Rain, of course, adding to those weather worms. Keeps it down the middle for Napoli. Goes on right to Politano. Involved in goals this season as well. Champions League 3 in Serie A. Going to Kip. Vera. Possession to the press off the moment. Waiting for that moment. Now again, Jones comes to meet him and he's past him and out for a throw, and that's cheap giveaway. Of course, we'll also be keeping up to date with all the action going on elsewhere. There's big games in the Champions League. kind of English side, Tottenham Hotspur, all the way to Marseille, that anyone can qualify for the knockout stages. Plenty to focus on there. Also, what's going on? Again, between Barcelona and Milan. Simicast comes forward. There's Jones ahead of him. Simicast just pushing themselves down the left. It would have been resolved. Water for Ruger. Knew they were already going through. They just didn't know what order. The early kickoffs. Unexpected matches. Down the left. Towards Simicast. Back we go. Porto on top. Their victory against Atletico Madrid by 2 goals to 1. Ruger 2-0 now. It's Jones. What that means is that Porto top of the group. Ruger therefore finished second. Leverkusen, with a point from the draw, will take third, and Atletico Madrid, for the first time ever, will finish bottom of the Champions League group. Therefore, no European football. That side, last dramatic again against Liverpool. It's a penalty. Cemented their destiny, knowing that they could through to the knockout and together. So the cat being crushed by Politano, he goes forward to Curtis Jones and flicks around the corner back to the Greek left back. And done. Switch out to the right and finds the clean of Sam. Around from Milner. On the right hand side. Salah coming in the field. Crosses to the penalty area. Big touch away from Ostergaard. Firmino tries to keep it in play when he couldn't let it go for a corner. And he shanks it out for a goal. Brilliant. He'll be regretting that choice. Early stages of the first half. 2 goals elsewhere in the group stage. Barcelona leading 1-0 away at Bolzania. Ajax leading 1-0 at Rangers. Stands just getting an extra 3 points. Rangers will have to do a rapid turnaround. Okay, so anyway, getting down the zone section, strap it in the corner flag. And so he's struggling to find a way out of this. Clears down the line, but it goes to the right of the goal. In line with the edge of the penalty area. So that's a beautiful sheer performance. Instantly met by Keaton, but lovely flick to get it away, but Thiago cleans up, gets back to Van Dijk. Martins, follows sense about partner. Alexander Arnold, control on his chest. Expect this to be a low scoring game despite these 2 teams' scoring record in the group. Top scorers of all the teams playing in the Champions League group stage. A handful of goals behind, but they don't need to do anything. Corner win is unlikely. Expect much. Well, so sprays it to the left to Van Dijk. 6 angry players pushing it, trying to cross Liverpool. Canate struggled to find his passing. As Alex said, just gives it away once more. Zoomed in Alexander Arnold. Well covers Luton. Not been a favourite of the England manager, going to Southgate. So, fortunate change. About 4, probably worse than there's already low chances. We're involved in that cut. First one was a 55-man team. You imagine he's in that one. So it's like narrowing it down. First name in Southgate squads. It's a lovely turn by Bocca. Goes to Ndombele and Kellier uses the overlapping run, and Van Dijk has the head away across that came in from Oliveira, who's down on the floor against the advertising board that he collided with when making the cross. Ndombele trying to win a throw by the corner flag, and now he finally gets some attention from Kellier, who's the man who the advertising board, not Oliveira. Round Alexander Arnold and collided with the advertising board on his elbow. We're here. The goals total, as we gave you a last update, all of them available on the Flash Squad. Sending a throw deep in the right corner. Lovely effort to head it on. Alexander Arnold just gets a poke away from it. Milner, pressure to go back to Alexander Arnold. He clears away, but not far. He goes out for another throw. Got 100th game in the UEFA Champions League. It's the first German ever to have been 100 games in the UEFA Champions League. First ball into the box and he's going to down. And done. Plays away towards the halfway line. Somewhere can be found. Thiago picks up the loose ball, he finds me. Miller to Salah on the right. Salah running up against Oliveira. Crosses into the penalty area, no one's there. He claims he's looking for the World Cup as Jones, who's a bit too stationary. Salah instructions and it should have been and what Rome should have made. Really known amongst local supporters where Curtis Jones' best position is. He's currently playing as a left winger. Spot that Sadio Mane used to play before being sold in the summer. Played in the midfield 3 instead. So a heavy challenge. Oliveira, who's down on the halfway line, clutching his abdomen. Just catches him slightly above the knee, maybe glancing over the arm to the stomach. Punishment, so to speak. Conversation. Going forward to full of midfield. Centre back, being under immediate pressure from Tsimikas, who wins it back off him. Now looking great. Fabinho. Fabinho gives it a poor pass away to Tsimikas. Thiago has been slowed down. Jones ensures Fabinho. Right to Canate. Much ahead of Canate. Discovered his passing. He gives another one away. Then counter-attack. But first came back for a while. Right, he's passing in full. Thiago moves inside. Plays a long switch looking for Tsimikas. It's over here. The goal kick. So goalless here. As it is between Bayern and Inter, Marseille and Tottenham, and Sporting versus Frankfurt. Barca lead 1-0 Pilsner. Ajax lead away at Ibrox by a goal to against Rangers. Osimhen beats Fabinho in the header. And Ndombele, the former Tottenham midfielder, picks it up and drives long down the left-hand side. Kvaratskhelia skips away from Milner. Ndombele switches it out, but it's over here. Goes out for a throw. Kvaratskhelia went down appealing. He should have had a free kick against the challenge from James Milner. If he's interested, and he's up to his feet again. Medical attention on that one. Fairly good for Liverpool. Bar, of course, that opening defeat in Italy. Good victory where Rangers are Ajax. Home leg against Ajax, a little bit tight with that late dramatic goal to find the winner. The form has been down all season. The relegation zone of the Premier League. Just really taken an emotional blow to both players and fans coming after a win against Manchester City, the current champions and the favourites to win the league again this season. So, honestly, frustration. Frustration is not a word that's been going on the Napoli game. So it's stunning start to the season. Backwards. To be an awkward one for Allison, who volleys it away because it's bouncing, and really, it's not the ball he wants to have given to him. Jones chasing the long ball. Let's head it back by Oscar to now relative ease. Target for the long ball. Press comes with Dombele, and again gives it away. 90. Particularly well in Europe, so more times they've made it to the last 16, never progressed further than that the last 7 months. Barcelona for the year to come. All season. 2 draws, 10 victories. Keeping possession here, on the halfway line, the ambitious ball from Monsegar. Scalia. The overhit, 55. Midway in this first half. 1-0 chance, and that fell for Curtis Jones, sinked it over the goalkeeper, also over the crossbar. Nothing to do. This is Napoli attack. It's so potent this season. Kept chasing, the guy with the header, cleared away by Di Lorenzo. So then leaves it because he's over offside. He runs into the Napoli house. He goes down from Ottoman, who's giving away the free kick. Chance to look to cross into the penalty area. This was not the main attraction. The reason why Lozano and Zelensky haven't played is that game on the weekend against Atalanta. Second host first. They don't lose by 4 here, they're top of the group. Alexander Arnold over this free kick. Midway up the Napoli half, slightly right of centre. It's too far away from to take a shot. Like Canate, it's cleared away by Scar. Mourinho pick it up on the halfway. Yeah. Lamina pulled away from his usual central spot to occupy the right wing position. James Milner, the captain, today not involved in the squad. Firmino back in field to Milner in the penalty area, pulls it back and it's dealt with by Dombele. Nice move between Firmino and Milner. Find anyone in red in the cover. Squad involved team training yesterday. Solo work. Alerted those that may still be out injured for this game. Free kick, deep in the midfield. Bench options for Liverpool. Defensively, they have Gomez to Andy Robertson to Calvin Ramsey, coaches in the summer, has been injured getting his first debut. Going forward, West Essex youngster Carvalho, the Elliott, Darwin Nunez, key signing in the summer. 3 goals for Premier League, 2 in the Champions League. And its feet turn, but to do against its home side, slightly more vocal than down the other end of the pitch. Just by Thiago forced backwards, Mina then comes with a challenge into a free kick. I was telling you about in the Champions League so far, we haven't already discussed, and the all-important group D, everyone has a chance of making it through the knockout stages. No game goalless, Tottenham stay top, Sporting occupy second, Frankfurt Marseille fourth. Obviously, things still stuck. Firmino plays the left of Silicas. He crosses first time to the far post and saw Salah, dealt with well by Oliveira. Not only heads it away, but finds his left side of Parma, found Skellion. Eventually falls to the field Canal. Infield to Fabinho. Gets left to Van Dijk. Halfway and dropping deep and trying to find the feet of Curtis Jones. Jones' option to his right with Salah. Alexander-Arnold ahead of Salah, takes a loose touch and Oliveira skips in for that one as well. Battles the former Roma winger. Eventually comes out on top. Now Napoli can break forward and Keita. Spacing behind Alexander-Arnold now for Dombele. Sits in. Alexander-Arnold retreats. He's been a talking point this season. Defensive work. The body flip backwards to let him extend. Hit the 28th minute. 0-0. The stats just flashed up, and you can also see your stats page on the app. Possessions 49% to 51. Just how close this game is. Kvaratskhelia comes down the left hand side again, twisting and turning, gets an infield and Dombele who gets a shot away, and Alisson makes his first save of the evening after nearly half an hour. Fairly routine save, should have been better from Dombele. Now Thiago with a long ball over the top, looking to set off Salah on the counter-attack. Salah fairly lonely in the penalty area, coming in field. Mo Salah lays it off for Thiago, who gets the shot away, and it's a brilliant save from Meret. It's a dive to his left after Thiago shot from the edge of the penalty area. He's bending into the goal. Brilliant save from Alex Meret. Nice link up between Thiago and Salah. Throw and taken quickly. Then on to Fabinho. He switches left to Simicas. Edge of the box now to Jones. Then to his back to goal and goes back to Thiago. Van Dijk. The midfielders aren't the most aggressive running at defenders. Canate's going on a run there. Run past Ndombele, pokes it towards the penalty area. Di Lorenzo heads very well. It's been good defence. Both wing backs have for Napoli so far. Canate. Everyone inside the Napoli half bar Alisson. Thiago. Wide switch to Alexander-Arnold. Brings it down on the byline. Cross is deflected away. It will find Firmino in the penalty area. And Jones with the header. And it loops over the crossbar. Meret had it covered. A couple of chances for Liverpool in the last minute or so. All coming after Ndombele shot against Alisson. flick around the corner from Firmino, the edge of his boot, and Jones got a head to it. Difficult chance, and they're out. They're covered with ease. Just starting to find an extra gear now after Dombele's shot, Thiago's shot, and Jones' header. Still taking his time over this free kick, just as Liverpool starts to fight. Where they just want to slow things down, which I'm not surprised about. It's just the 2 times that Liverpool have won the Champions League since it got rebranded. They have won after being second at the end of the group stage. 2005, they won in Istanbul. They finished second behind Monaco. Monaco comes forward. Jones with Simicast in the overlapping run. They won it a few years ago. Madrid. Bruno gets the ball in the box. It's deflected and it's cleared away well. They were second to PSG in their group. Third in that group. Osimhen and Van Dijk tussle. Osimhen down on the floor clutching his face. Referee is allowing Liverpool to play on with Salah into the penalty area. He's eventually dispossessed by Oliveira, who's done really well up against the troublesome Egyptian. Kellier trying to run the counter-attack. It goes out of play, and now Osimhen can finally receive the attention from the referee. And ironically, maybe unsurprisingly, as soon as the ball's gone out, he's up to his feet and he is pointing at Virgil van Dijk, and he is not happy with the Dutchman. Pat on the back of each other, but they're still in conversation. They respect each other, respecting that they disagree in the events that unfolded. There's a handshake at the end. Someone was pulling Van Dijk back, and then there was a stray hand in the face of Osimhen. It's not a swingy hand, but it did catch Osimhen in the face. Maybe blind. It was remonstrating for the Dutchman. All went out of the path. Group C, we're top of the league, top of the group anyway. I've scored against Inter. Goal scored that one, Benjamin Pavard. Scorer. Second goal for Ajax too against Rangers. The first was scored by Berghaus. The second has come from Kouas. 2-0 lead in Glasgow. Got 12 minutes to go in this first half. A couple of chances for Liverpool, just the one for Napoli. The goalkeeper been too worried. James did beat Mere, but he lifted it over the crossbar. Scored a decent save against Thiago. It's had nothing to do. Dombele trying to change things now. He goes left to Kellier. Comes in field, he gets a shot away that's blocked by Canate. He's trying to shoot on side to Kellier. He did well. Thiago wins the loose ball. He battles in the midfield of Rebecca. He was fouled. Referee says play on. Now Politano down the right. He's coming in field. Starts him in behind for Osimhen. Osimhen then pulls it across to the far post. It's just overhit. And Milner will get there first. And now the offside flag is up against Osimhen. Late offside flags, but you understand why sometimes. This was very close, so it's like not only flag for offside, but I go on first. One player who scored on the opening match day 4 win for Napoli on the field. Only Zielinski was 2 on the bench. Yeah, got the only goal for Liverpool at Championship. Liverpool. Fabinho, who's being pressured by Anguissa. Calls for Thiago, who then loses it himself. And now he's challenged strongly by Milner. The referee says it was a good challenge. Anguissa's in a heap on the floor. And has to get up quickly because Liverpool are playing on. Fabinho inside the Napoli half. This is Jones on the left. It's a bit frustrating that Jones is passing backwards and not trying to run Napoli defence. Salah heads it across to Firmino. Looking back for Salah. It's just over here. Oliveira is doing so well. He's won a goal kick. He's playing fantastically in the left back spot. Not always easy to play against Mo Salah. I appreciate this season Salah has not been the same as past, although of course he got that quick fire hat-trick against Rangers the game to go. There has been the standout performer so far for the Italian side. Less than 10 minutes to go to half-time, unless of course we have any stoppage time. Canate can't find Milner, and Napoli try and break. And it's a free kick for Canate's challenge on the Bocca. He's going to be the first player to get yellow carded. Not the worst foul we've had today. With an accumulation of fouls from Liverpool and the chance that maybe a counter-attack was on. He's been the one to take the card. Fabinho making more fouls. Politano has to be careful he doesn't pick up a yellow card. If he does, he will then miss the next match, which will be in the knockout stages. So we're top of the group. First leg of the knockout stages is away from home. We'll be at home for the second. Napoli set to have. Just needs to find 4 goals. 55 minutes. Busier this season than in the past. Slowly pressuring Liverpool away from that halfway line. For Milner to try and control the halfway line. He's had like Fabinho going to play for Napoli third. Just past the centre circle on the left. Controlling his technical area. Pacing it up and down. Encouraging to speed things up as Elliott passes to Fabinho, appeals for handball against Dombele, agrees. Oh no! A couple of saves, just an unpromising Napoli crowd doing everything they can to inspire a travelling team. Down. His head after an aerial challenge of Ankisa. The referee's going to stop the game for this head injury here. He's right on top of it. He waited a few seconds to see if play needed to come off, but there's already blood coming from the forehead of James Milner. This will need attention. Checking in. Leeds, Newcastle, Villa, Manchester City. There's been a big goal elsewhere in Group D, and that goal has come for Sporting against Frankfurt. What that means, as it stands, look, Tottenham drawing 0-0 against Marseille. Sporting move up into top spot, and Tottenham will currently be second. Should Marseille score to take the lead against Tottenham, then Spurs would move out of the knockout stages. As it stands, the draw is enough for Tottenham to go through, but Sporting winning and Tottenham drawing means that the Portuguese side would be top of the group and Tottenham who would be second. Milner's still down getting attention, so we can do the group stages and we can just go through who's currently first and second. With Liverpool and Tottenham now both second, we can tell you some of the top teams that could be the future opponents. Top of Group A currently, as we know, is Napoli. Porto are winners of Group B, that's confirmed. Bayern winners of Group C. And then in the second half of the draw, which is tomorrow, Chelsea occupy top spot in Group E. Real Madrid are currently first in Group F, Manchester City Group G, and PSG battling with Benfica the top spot in Group H. The likes of Sporting might be of interest in playing second. You also know you could be facing Bayern, Madrid, PSG. The English team's going to play Manchester City. Play back underway. We should have the throw on the far side of Milner. He's 18-yard line. 5 minutes to go in the first half. Moves to the left to Simicast, who heads round the corner to Jones. Jones tries to find Simicast on the overlapping run. Simicast with a cheeky nutmeg on Di Lorenzo. Now round the corner to Firmino. Firmino's looking to get higher, but he loses his footing in this wet field, and Napoli win it back from a dangerous position. Salah battling on the right. Salah flips around the corner. Ostergaard is there first. And Gisa, who has the aerial advantage over Thiago, eventually lifts the way back, deep in their own half. Van Dijk goes to retreat. Thiago, 6 for Liverpool. To the halfway space for Alexander down the right. Just hit it, and Oliveira intercept the leads. Now he can run into the space that Alexander Arnold has left. And Milner will have to fill in a right back. Scalia close it down, no interest in exploiting that space for now. Floats one over the top, and Canati gets there before Osimhen. Alexander Arnold hooks away. Jones picks it up on the halfway line. Only Salah ahead of him. Finds Salah, who's in behind. He looks offside. Salah through a goal. Salah shoots. Salah puts it wide. There's all attention looking at the linesman. Flag is now up. So had it gone in, it would have been disallowed. No, Salah missed an opportunity. Probably would have been disallowed anyway after VAR's look. We're going to replay here. He was offside, so it wouldn't have counted. But he should be putting that into the back of the net. On his favoured left foot. Gets a touch maybe of Meret, it does. Very good save. Should be doing better, but Meret pulls off a good start. The offside flag was up anyway, so it won't be a corner. It'll be a free kick. Ostergaard. Di Lorenzo, the captain. It's time. The last couple of minutes in this first half. Meret has been the busy of the goalkeepers, but he's not been under the cosh. Nobody found he was fouled. He handled the ball. We reluctantly give some free kicks they didn't really want to give. I'll give that than the handball. Second goal for Barcelona. Travels away at Victoria puts in. Firmino has to win it back and to find Salah. Now Firmino, mini counter-attack on for Liverpool. Firmino's pass is deflected and Ostergaard wins it back. Back line for Napoli have been really impressive in this game. All the attention this season's been on their forward line. The back four have been really organised. Barely has involved Kim. Ostergaard won everything. Oliveira has been really impressive down the left. And Di Lorenzo, the captain, performing as you would expect him to. That Barcelona got a big check by VAR. Last 60 seconds of normal time in this first half. Oh, it's confirmed Barcelona. 2-0 nils, both of them involving the English teams. The third of Liverpool and Club Brugge was up earlier. Centre long. Can't find Salah, headed away by Oliveira. Scalia. Canate. A few seconds of time. I imagine there'd be more than 2 minutes maybe of stoppage time. And Alexander Arnold has been penalised for a foul throw. You'll see that one. For the reason of you're a professional footballer, you shouldn't be committing a foul throw, but Tryback does. And Napoli have a throw now in line with the Liverpool penalty area. Now having his options. That's a funny finish, Gellier. So, but Doppler. 1 minute of stoppage time that we've entered now. Salah. Trying to start a counter for Liverpool, but he's being forced all the way back into his own box. Smartly decided to use Allison. Osimhen pressure the Brazilian, who gets it away in time. He can't find Joe. He'll run the clock down to the third, deep in their own half. Final moment of this opening 25. Surprise. onto the field, so to speak. And there was a late goal elsewhere, just as we hit half time in Marseille. Second minute of stoppage time in the first half. A quick corner from Marseille caught Spurs napping. A chance at Mbemba has fired a header in. It means, as things stand, Tottenham will be moving to the Europa League, starting the day in top spot. We'll keep an eye on that one and keep you updated. That had 7 minutes of first half stoppage time, so we'll be finishing after us here at Anfield. As players come out, I can't see anyone different that we saw in the first half from either team. His back line super strong in that first half, really well organised. Oliveira, the left back, stand up performer. So we'll kick things off really towards the Kop end, which is of course famous stand at Anfield. James Milner gets us back underway to Canate. He didn't manage to get a yellow card in that first half. Beaten away by Napoli. So flick to Brazilian 2 minutes and come off, and Napoli get their first spell of possession. Kim flicks it over the top to Oliveira. He gives it away with his first few mistakes in this game. Good energy, pressing at the right times, often led by the likes of Ndombele on Kisa. He's not moving freely, and he's gone down on the floor, and Liverpool going to be forced into an early change into the second half. The captain's down. Last thing Klopp needed was another injury. He's had plenty as it is, but very much James Milner saying he can't continue. He came across to try and block a shot, stretched the leg, face goodness. Maybe a hamstring or a groin. Turned to the bench, shook his head. Something that he knew in the latter stages of the first half, came out to experiment. That experiment hasn't lasted long. Less than 60 seconds before he went down to the floor. And Harvey Elliott is quickly being ready for a replacement. Get the shirt on, or get the instructions from the touchline. He's featured a lot for Liverpool this season. One of the brighter sparks. His rest has only lasted half the game. So he said no changes. This will be the first one. Stage down below. We also have the attacking options of Fabio Carvalho and Darwin Nunez. Everyone else, a more defensive role, like Gomez, Ramsey, Setic and Phillips. More of a fielder, youngster, not known for his goals. So James Milner leaves Anfield and Harvey Elliott counts on. The captain's armband gets moved to Virgil van Dijk. I'll be very much hoping it's not a long-term injury because his options have been limited this season. Elliott comes on to the team. Start the second half, pause. This is now the start. Goes that right, Di Lorenzo on the right. Challenged by Jones, it's skipped past him and Tsimikas, who then gives away a free kick, and that's the Greek protest, and like a certain foul midway up the Liverpool half. We have that free kick hugging the right touchline as they come forward. A chance to cross one in. Taken quickly instead. Di Lorenzo trying to catch Liverpool napping. Looking for Osman at the far post. It finds Canate. And then it's Gelia hits it and pulls it. And that goes out for a goal kick. Not for the first time he's pulled a shot. A few now. Versus Allison in this one. We didn't. There's a penalty. Uzenya. They have a chance to pull one back against Barcelona. A game that's really in anything from the bottom of the group after losing all 5 games previously. Arsenal know that they cannot do anything to I'll get out of the Euro police box. You're running and miss the groups. It's Liverpool win a free kick midway up the Napoli half in a similar position. They were defending from, and Simicast and Alexander Arnold can cross maybe for the likes of Van Dijk or Canate. Far post. Taken infield short to Thiago. Thiago now floats on looking for Salah. It's over here. Salah can't bring it down. It's a bit of a waste from Liverpool that. Now for a goal kick. It's a hand of apology after just over floating. Well, it did reach the foot of Salah, but making sure it went down for the Egyptians. Crossing out, keeping it alive from that halfway line. Left it goes to Oliveira. Attempted a first time pass from Australia. Gives it away. Elliott's first one touch of the game is to Jones. Jones can burst forward. Looking to get a shot away in the penalty area. It's instantly blocked by Di Lorenzo and out for a throw. Virginia has scored that penalty, so they do pull it back against Barton. That was taken to Firmino from Simicast in the box. Firmino's cross is blocked, and Liverpool win a corner. Across the yard, good defending from him. Revitalised Firmino this season compared to recent years where he struggled to bring in goals. 6 already in the league, and 2 Champions League campaigns so far. Simicast with the corner, onto the penalty spot. Looking for Van Dijk and sending away by Di Lorenzo. Elliott floats one back into the box. Dijk and Simicast will pick things alive. Simicast floats one in again. Canate's up for that one. It falls for Firmino. Ricochets to Salah. He can't control the shot. And it goes over the crossbar. A bit messy. Salah to claim. Looking fairly well to keep control. Make things difficult for the home side. To show you how delayed that first half was in Marseille, we have played 51.5 minutes now, and they've only just started the second half after a long break for injuries in the first half. We're only just getting away to the top of the game. Rangers even with 2-0 as well. So you stayed with us. Do anything special in the second half to miraculously take top spot if they can find any sort of form. So Fabinho gives away another free kick. Because remember, he gave 3 in quick succession in the first half. This is free kick away in a really good position for Napoli. This 30-35 yards from goal, good crossing position. Like that, chances here, Napoli. Across, Cement flatting around. Kim and Osagada come forward to the centre backs. So currently in offside position. Di Lorenzo, one of the options to take this is Kvaratskhelia. He floats him to the far post, and it's Osagada with the free header, and Napoli lead at Liverpool. It's a free header for Osagada. He couldn't miss, just 6 yards from Alisson's goal, and 7 minutes into the second half, Napoli lead. He stood in offside position originally, and looks like he's got back onside before scoring. VAR will check this. Van Dijk's shaking his head as Liverpool concede first again. This one to be checked by VAR. Osagada celebrates in front of those travelling fans. He started offside. Oh, I think he might just be off his shoulder. He's just past the line of Ibu Konate. It's a free header. Van Dijk let him go. You'll say Konate shouldn't have played him on. Konate would say Van Dijk shouldn't let him. This is going to be super tight. I would say at first lick his shoulder would play him on. But we know this year VAR calls when it's offside can be surprising from what you see. But you can score with your shoulder I would say his ear maybe is even onside. You can score with your ear. This could be a long check. It's one of those. We saw it with Tottenham last week, didn't we? Where it was about 4 minutes to decide Harry Kane was offside. And this could be one of those where it takes quite a few minutes. We are still under the VAR check. Ostergaard wondering if he has scored his second Champions League goal of the season for another victory for Napoli. Yeah, still waiting, eyes on the official. Napoli scored and taken a big step to winning 6 out of 6 in the group. Three, it's just stood, arms by his side, waiting to hear the call. He doesn't know himself what's going on, and still VAR analyse. And fans get frustrated, both in the stands, watching at home, and I'm sure you listening here, because they're just waiting. How hard can it be to draw two lines and determine if someone is offside or on? Is it clear and obvious if it takes this long? Well, offside is not deemed to be one of those where it's subjective, it's either on or off, and that's why it takes so long. But how can it take this long to draw the lines? You can't see the feet, so there's a bit of guesswork on where Konate is, but he's running forward, his body's leaning to his right, so you know the furthest part of him is what you can see. His legs aren't going to be ahead of his body. So this should be disallowed for offside on the basis of you can see his shoulder, you can just see Ostergaard on the other side. Liverpool fans singing, they've got nothing else to do but wait, and still we wait. The referee's in conversation with Van Dijk, now captain of Liverpool with Milner off injured. I didn't start the clock of how long it's taken. Oh, there's a finger to the ear, and this goal is ruled out for offside. So after all of that checks, the goal does not stand, and we are back to 0-0. Oh, that took a long time. Liverpool quick to get play back underway. Anfield noisy, with fans on their feet now that they've been given a reprieve with the eventual decision that it was offside. Firmino flicks around the corner to Salah. He's caught late, but Salah will continue down the right channel. He's trying to get past Oliveira. It goes out for a throw, and Firmino will get a bit of attention with another Napoli player down as well. I'm not entirely sure why Ndombele is down. Is he maybe just trying to distract from the yellow card that probably should be going? His teammates waiting for the challenge on Firmino, I wonder. Let's have a look at this. Oh, he goes down before that under the challenge from Fabinho. That one wasn't a foul. Kim came in late on Firmino. He's done well to escape punishment there. Nothing on Ndombele in the first instance. Kim does not get a yellow card. Unfortunate chap. Alexander-Arnold takes a throw. Dealt with by Anguissa. Elliott flicks one to the penalty area. Firmino chests it down, cleared away from him. Jones gets there first to Thiago. He goes left now to Tsimikas. Tsimikas floats one. It's over Ostergaard. Oliveira does ever so well to head away. And then his partner, Kvaratskhelia, hooks it a bit further away from the penalty area. Suddenly this game given a spark after the goal taken away from Ostergaard. Firmino with a loose touch that gives it away. Salah, back to Firmino, and the flag's up for offside. It'll take about 4 minutes again to disallow the Napoli goal. As we saw Tottenham, and now we're getting a bit of a glimpse of the semi-automatic offside graphics that shows he was offside, and it shows everything we saw. So why that took 4 minutes, I don't know. If that's what's coming to the World Cup, by the way, this semi-automatic thing that we just got shown and described to you at home, and if that's going to take 4 minutes to load, I don't want it. If it's taking 4 minutes, Napoli continue. My rant's over. The right decision's been made. The fans won't know that in the stands, of course, because they don't really get told much. Kvaratskhelia battling against Elliott down the channel. Goes back inside and Napoli maintain possession. Barca have got a third away at Portentia, 3-1 daily. Di Lorenzo on the overlap down the right, deep near the corner flag. Can't find Politano, who goes back to Lobotka. Thiago slows it down, but Lobotka wins it back. And he's driving towards goal. Flips it around the corner. Thiago gets it to slow it down again. Now it's Di Lorenzo and Politano. And he floats it in and Elliott heads away. Napoli starting to threaten now. Alexander Arnold has to hook clear from the penalty area. Alisson is screaming at the fourth official asking for an offside. Meanwhile, Salah can charge forward after a loose touch from Kim, but Kim's back there to beat Salah to the ball. That's not easily done. Good pace from Kim. Something this game's alive. Politano, all over the top looking for Osimhen, who will get there first. Flag stays down for now. Osimhen floats on over Alexander Arnold. It's Kvaratskhelia! And it's saved by Alisson after a deflection of Alexander Arnold. Wow, what a chance that was from the Georgian. Hits Alexander Arnold, takes some of the pace off it, but brings it back centrally to the goalkeeper, who could have been beaten and have been edged away. The goal to tell you about in Marseille. Tottenham have equalised in France. Goals come from a Frenchman, Clement Longley. And that has levelled things up in that game, and it means Tottenham go back to being second in the group after that late goal in the first half for Marseille. Jones commits a foul just past the halfway line. And, I get a glimpse in the monitor of the chance that Kvaratskhelia had on the volley. Difficult one to hit. Didn't catch it cleanly, scuffed it into the ground, and then ricocheted off the boot of Alexander Arnold and right at Alisson. Had it been further away from the Brazilian, he was in trouble. An hour gone, 0-0, but suddenly a bit of life after the disallowed goal for Napoli for offside. Because of a quick throw to Van Dijk. There's no one change made so far by the Reds. Milner forced off through injury and brought Harvey Elliott. Firmino with Tsimikas to his left, but he runs towards goal. Has to poke it to Jones. Can't find the flick back to Firmino. And then Ndombele starts a counter-attack. He's running to the halfway line. Konate slows him down, and Thiago gets there first to stop the French midfielder. To break on from Ndombele. Konate wasn't fully, as he dispossessed his fellow countryman. Thiago helped the team get the ball off him. Tsimikas gets the ball from 1-2 with Firmino in the space. He pulls back inside, can't find Firmino again. It's given away cheaply. Vodka wins it back. Thiago. Jones for Liverpool. He floats on over the top looking for Salah. Kim clears the way, really important clearance from him. Tsimikas looking for Elliott at the far post. It's Harvey Elliott's header, and it's backwards away from goal. And Napoli win it back. Konate's end-to-end stuff between the Napoli penalty area and the halfway line. Liverpool come again with Elliott. Slowed down, and he goes infield to Fabinho. And Thiago. Thiago left to Tsimikas. There's Firmino on the left channel. Trying to find Thiago in the box, but Anguissa gets there first and shows good strength. A couple of goals to say about shortly once we get a chance. Lobotka wins the free kick, and that will be the chance. If Bozeniov scored again, it's 2-3 against Barcelona, and there is a penalty at Sporting for Frankfurt. If Frankfurt were to score that, both games would be at 1-1. Therefore, as we stood at the start, Tottenham would go back to the top spot if Frankfurt score that penalty. I'll let you know when it's taken. Mere goes left to Oliveira, who gives it away, but then quickly wins it back. And Anguissa round the corner looking for Osimhen. Alexander Arnold will get there first and go back to Alisson. Penalty is yet to be taken. Sporting, massive moment there for Tottenham. They'll try and find out the news themselves after this Stamford Velodrome. And Frankfurt did score the penalty. So one apiece there. Tottenham, who started the second half in third, are now back up to top spot in the group. There's going to be no change in top spot in this group, almost certainly. Liverpool would need to find 4 goals in 27 minutes. We're going to throw it deep by the corner flag. I think the flag has actually gone up for offside, so that will give Actually back to the res as Firmino tries a solo charge. He's instantly dispossessed, and this Napoli back line have been so impressive this evening. Kept the likes of Salah and Firmino really quiet. Thiago and Jones have had the best chances for Liverpool, both in the first half. I switch to find Politano and go back with Di Lorenzo. Really been a weak spot in the team for Napoli. The only one maybe would be Osimhen. He's just had very little to do and little influence when he had the ball. Domba feels Ostergaard halfway, trying to slow things down, take the sting out of Liverpool's recent attacks. Politano goes back up by Jones, goes back to the front again. Domba keeping possession midway through the second half. Kin, what's that? Tries a long ball, slips, and then gives it to Alexander Arnold. He sends a long ball, and it's a lovely ball, nearly finding Jones. Di Lorenzo got an important touch. Firmino, back to Jones on the edge of the penalty area. Jones, unsure where to go, trying to find a bit of space. Slows it down enough to put it back for Harvey Elliott, and gets underneath it, and he puts up 25 rows back. It's a great opportunity for Elliott. Jones was a bit too slow at first, and then he picked his head up and found a good pass to his fellow youngster. But Elliott leaning back on that one on the edge of the penalty area, 18 yards out, and he sends it a long way over into the car. I mean a long way. Napoli come forward, and Gisa goes right to Politano. Politano into the penalty area. Left foot cross is deflected. Fabinho gets a touch. Harvey Elliott clears away. It will come back through Kvaratskhelia. It's going to battle away between everyone, and Konate eventually gets there before the Georgians. Firmino starting a counter-attack now. Only Salah ahead of him. And Firmino trying to slow it down. He's dispossessed, and there's frustrating little fans with that one. Domba infield to Anguissa. Skelly. Spinazzi sat down all game. Stood in the technical area. Never to have seen him. It's the only game of the 6 currently being played that is 0-0. We did have a 0-0 result earlier between Liverpool and Liverpool. Thiago under pressure from 2 Napoli midfielders. Does really well, but then was fouled, lost his footing, and the referee gives the free kick. Slightly surprised that we haven't seen it more changes from Liverpool, considering the fatigue issues in their form. Elliott, the only one, not just Milner, is caught off. Salah over loose touch. Maybe he's someone that will think about protecting and placing. Konate with a foul. He was yellow carded in the first half. Got to be careful. A long way from goal, so the referee isn't interested in showing a second yellow, but it's certainly a warning for the Frenchman. Maybe Gomez or Phillips maybe thought about just to make sure Liverpool don't go down to 10. Free kick taken quickly, floated to the far side by Kvaratskhelia. He then gets across, it's deflected by Alexander Arnold. Van Dijk had to clear it away. So did Fabinho. He's just trying to keep them tucked in their own penalty area here. And Domba falls back. Push up a little. Skelly, big way up there and swap to the right hand side. Now back in field for Di Lorenzo. Pulls across back and they chest it down, and Elliott helping his defence out. Simica. Two of the players that need the rest. One of them is Fabinho. Salah could do with a rest, considering he's been playing so much of the game for Liverpool. Tyson sends it long. Fabinho beaten by Kin. Konate dispossessed by someone, but illegally it's a free kick. It's a challenge the club has, those. Can't really afford another loss purely on the morale of the team. They need to stop losing games, so they don't want to take it too easily. They're not going to win this group. They don't want to lose. Throw in for Liverpool, and Napoli are going to make their first change in the game. Trying for the forward to come up to say who it's going to be. It's going to be the captain. Politano on that right wing, who's slowly making his way off. And Hervin Lozano, who was scored once again in the Champions League, is going to come on in his place. His first change made. Lozano will get 20 minutes of the second half. Just be a straight swap and go to the right-hand side for Napoli. Sanderano takes the throw. The feet of Jones by the corner flag. He can't find Thayer Liverpudlian. Napoli clear. Canate dispossessed by Osimhen. And he's sprinting into the Liverpool half, but he's got little options. He's just got to slow things down. Throws himself to the ground, and he's won a very soft free kick. He hasn't given much in that game. Guys has given up one. Against Canate, suddenly just some thoughts that have to be running down the Liverpool dugout about whether Canate needs to be replaced. Not only his fitness, he's only just come back, of course, but now he surely is one more foul away from a second yellow card. Kvaratskhelia battling with Alexander-Arnold. Alexander-Arnold just leaves a niggle on the Georgian, who did not appreciate that. He can get feisty. Going to live for 66, and he just left a little niggle after he kicked for the ball, and then just left one on the heels. Kvaratskhelia. There is going to be a Liverpool change coming soon. So we'll see. I saw someone in red getting ready. Passing out from the back nicely with some triangles, and now Thiago has it in space in the centre circle. He overhits his pass to Van Dijk, and offers a hand of apology to his captain in the field. Thiago, forward to Jones. Back to the former Barca and Bayern midfielder. Tottenham thought they had taken the lead in Marseille, but Harry Kane's goal has been instantly ruled out for offside. Tsimikas down the left, back into Jones. This is Fabinho. It's Darwin Núñez who is going to come on for the last 18 minutes or so. So all this talk for me about maybe Canate being replaced, and instead Klopp is bringing on a striker. They are going to make that change. And it's going to see Núñez come on. And the replacement is going to be Curtis Jones. Núñez. Come on now, he might play on left wing, but Klopp does like having Núñez down the centre of Salah and Firmino being the top of a midfield diamond. It makes things narrower for Liverpool. They might control the midfield more. So Núñez may well become a central striker with Salah, whereas Jones often flirted a bit more with that left-hand touchline. We'll see. He's got 18 minutes to impress. 0-0 at Anfield. Shooting towards the cup end. Good score. Was first home goal for Liverpool here a couple of weeks ago against West Ham. That was now the other end in front of the mix of away supporters and home supporters. And a yellow card is being shown to Alexander-Arnold. I think he kicked the ball away after a loose switch of play. And Alexander-Arnold showing one finger to show us there's one foul and he's getting a yellow card, or there's one infringement. He's still in protesting with the official. I'm fairly sure he kicked the ball away. So the ball was switched away and he went and kicked away one of the spare balls, and that's what's given him a yellow card. Ironically, Oliveira wasn't trying to get that ball, he was trying to get the original, but I want a yellow card, but there you go. Two Liverpool defenders now with a caution to their names. Barca scored a 4 away at Bolzenia, 4-2 there. We'll run through all the scores shortly when we get a chance. Botka switches on the left to find Oliveira. man of the match contender so far. He gets it off the foot from Anguissa, and he's coming forward. Just overhits his pass for Osimhen. And Van Dijk was caught, was he not, by Osimhen. Osimhen now goes down himself. Van Dijk is a bit impatient with Osimhen's play acting today. It looks like he's been throwing himself all over the place. Let's have a look at this one again. They clash once more. And again, there was a loose hand from Van Dijk that caught Osimhen in the face. Looked accidental, but actually you can see why the Napoli number 9 has gone down. He's quick up to his feet to remonstrate the referee again, which shows he wasn't in that much pain. Goals coming in, so we can tell you through all of them. Bayern now lead 2-0 against Inter. Marseille drawing 1-0 Tottenham. Bolzenia 2, Barca 4. Rangers 0, Ajax 2. And Sporting 1, Frankfurt 2. Now what that means is that Sporting, who had been top of the group, are now bottom, and Frankfurt, who were bottom of the group, are now top. In this mad group that Group D is, 2 goals for Frankfurt in the second half has taken them all the way from bottom to top. Tottenham stays second as it stands. It's active there. Keep up to date with that one. Loose ball that Thiago won on the halfway line. He stays on his feet, now hobbles away, and eventually does win the free kick, but it's a bit fortunate to have won that because he originally tries to ride the challenge. Less than 15 to go now. Goalless at Anfield. Canate to Fabinho. Amazed Fabinho is still on the field. He struggles to form and looked rather leggy and tired all season. This is a game you can give him a rest. Elliot. Dracula doesn't find Fabinho. He's brought down Anguissa again, and he still hasn't got a yellow card. He's given away 6 free kicks now. This is rather contrasting to Trent Alexander-Arnold, who's given about 1 free kick away. 66 got carded, and number 3 didn't. Over the top, and Dyke takes charge against Lozano, who has had his first touch since coming on yet. Martinez gets his first, and he gives it to Fabinho. I don't get with Klopp. He's very outspoken about the busy, packed schedule. He can make 5 substitutions, he's only made 2. Here's Salah. Early ball across looking for Nunez, easily dealt with by Ostergaard. It was under hit. Firmino leans into him, and it's a free kick. It's a fairly easy one for the referee. Firmino protests. I don't see really how we can. You have the likes of Calvin Ramsey, who's yet to make his first appearance. Fabio Carvalho, who's not getting full amount of game time. Even Stefan Bajcetic, the young midfielder looking to prove himself. Is there any harm bringing these guys on? You've got tired legs that Klopp has admitted, and he's only made 2 changes. It feels a bit hypocritical from the chairman. I feel like Spalletti's really going to be interested in bringing the likes of Simeone or Zielinski on. They've got that massive game on Saturday, haven't they? Against Atalanta, second hosting first. So if he can rest players, then he surely will, because Liverpool aren't going to do enough to stop Napoli being top of the group. We don't want to lose this winning streak. They've won all 5 in the Champions League. They've won 10 out of 12, drawing the other 2 in Serie A. They don't want to lose that unbeaten one. He's just fine. So I'm going to flick around the corner to Firmino. Gets it away left to Nunez. Nunez looking to Alban and Dombele. He balls it in field for Tsimikas. Does well, but it's a loose touch that gives it away. And it's booted by Oliveira towards the halfway line. And Osimhen coming back from behind Fabinho causes trouble. The Brazilian loses possession. He's now fallen on the ball, and that's a free kick again against the Brazilian. You know what I'm going to say? Fabinho doesn't get a yellow card, and that's 7 now from him. Almost a trait, especially after. I think on this instance today, he's just called for it. He still hasn't been carded. Remember, for Tottenham, 1 goal for them wins them the group, a goal for Marseille, they're out of the group, as it stands, they go through second. Means you could face Porto, you could mean you face Napoli, almost certainly Madrid, Manchester City, Bayern are definite weaknesses. Some tough teams if he comes second. As Osimhen comes forward, he tries a long range shot, missed the box early, and Chelsea very likely to win the group as well. Tottenham wouldn't be able to face them. It's more likely that the likes of Real Madrid, Bayern, Porto, Napoli, and either PSG or Benfica will find out who wins their group tomorrow. It's safe to say there's only one option really that Tottenham would want. Liverpool would be in the same boat, except they wouldn't be able to face Napoli, they'd be facing Frankfurt instead. One of the options. Here comes Elliott bursting forward, has Tsimikas on the left with him. Tsimikas brings into the penalty area. First cross is blocked, gets the second one in, headed away by Kim. It will fall for Alexander-Arnold, who volleys blocked away. And then it's a ricochet towards Salah, who flicks it saved. The flag may well have gone off for offside anyway. It was an awkward one for Salah, he was stretching. He just got a toe to it, couldn't do anything really. It was straight at the goalkeeper. Maybe onside after, looked really tight, but he couldn't direct it towards the corner of the goal. 10 minutes ago, still no. We should have about 4 minutes stoppage time minimum, considering that offside VAR call we had early in the second half, where Napoli thought they had scored. Cigar had that free header, and Dijk let him go. Canate just playing offside, it was very close, we're talking his shoulder. It did take 4 minutes to return. Heads away. Gisa plays it onto the left. There's plenty of space for Kvaratskhelia. Running at Alexander-Arnold. Coming in the field. Has a shot that's comfortably over. He's done about 5 shots now. I don't think he's had one on target. He did have one that hit Alexander-Arnold and fell into Alisson's hands. Well, for the stats come, I can tell you for sure if they count that on target or not. Silver Club's 400th game in charge of the corner competition. This is the 4th highest manager for Liverpool now. Things ahead of rather important. Tom Watson is manager of the second highest amount of games in charge of Liverpool. In 1896 to 1915, 742. Either side of him. Bill Shankly the most, and Bob Paisley the third amount. Paisley 535 games, still a long way away from where Klopp is now. Kvaratskhelia is playing his last game, and Elmas has come on. He's played his last minute, sorry, he's not played his last game. He's played his last minutes, and Elmas can come on for him. I've seen the best of the Georgian, and Stanislav Lobotka is off, and Zielinski is going to get a few minutes at Anfield, less than 10, although probably more than that with the stoppage time to be added on. I think with a move to Liverpool for years ago, Star, Marker, that's my memory being correct. So I'll go with his head up, looking forward, and he finds the chest of Sam. Back he goes to Alexander-Arnold. I'm wondering why he's still sat on the bench. Canate. They've now made more changes than Liverpool, despite Klopp saying how tired his team are. Van Dijk making a big switch looking for Salah. Headed away by Oliveira, he's special today. Alexander-Arnold trying to go in behind that space behind Oliveira. Salah chasing. Kim gets there first. He's been very impressive too, as the whole Napoli backline has, to be fair. The back. Bean. The Canate. And Alexander-Arnold, 2 yellow cards. Thiago. To the feet of Nunez. He's kind of somewhere between left wing and striker. Tsimikas' ball in, headed away by Oliveira once more. Thiago dispossessed, but Fabinho picks it up. Elliott in for Fabinho. Canate has it on the halfway line. Van Dijk goes left. There's plenty of space for Simicast. Nunez waiting for an into the penalty area. Simicast cross deflected, and they'll get out of play for a corner. And the Anfield crowd, especially the top end, on their feet, urging the Reds forward. Can the likes of Van Dijk or Canate, or maybe the air ability of Nunez, get something here, because he scored a header against West Ham a couple of weeks ago. Fabinho and Salah there too. Quite a few options for the Reds. 7 shirts in the middle. Simicast with the ball in. It's Virgil van Dijk. It's off the line. It's in from Salah. And Liverpool think they score. They have. With 5 minutes to go, Mo Salah seems to have poked in the winner. Van Dijk's original header was saved by Merrick. And as he scrambled to keep it from going over his line, he just lost his hands on the ball, and Mo Salah was there first to get a toe onto it, and he only just pushed it over the line. Goal line technology saying it was in, and I think it may well have been Virgil van Dijk's goal first. Salah definitely got it over the line. We'll just have to check if Virgil van Dijk's first effort was the one that beat the goalkeeper. Mo Salah definitely got it over the chalk. Van Dijk with the original, in fact it was Nunez with the first header, not Van Dijk. Either way, Liverpool scored with 5 minutes to go. It looks like it's going to be Mohamed Salah who is credited with it. His 7th of the campaign in the Champions League will take him as the top scorer outright, ahead of Kylian Mbappe, who has 6 for the group stage campaign. And now Liverpool makes 3 changes. Bobby Firmino is coming off for Fabio Carvalho. Calvin Ramsey is going to come and make his first appearance of the season, and of course his Liverpool career. And Bajcetic is going to come on as well. So Thiago off for the midfielder Bajcetic. Calvin Ramsey, imagine off for Trent Alexander-Arnold, which needs to lift the ball to confirm that. The third, fourth, and fifth change of this game is indeed Alexander-Arnold off, Ramsey on for his first ever Liverpool senior game. The goal has been given to Mohamed Salah. It was Nunez in the end. I thought it was Van Dijk. The two went up together. Nunez got the original header. Mary couldn't hold on to it. It spilled to Salah. And of course, Nunez thought he'd scored. It hadn't quite crossed the line. Mary was still stuck behind the line when Salah got there. And he got a toe onto it and shoveled it over the goal line. Bajcetic's first touch is to win the ball back. He goes to Fabinho. Try and get it out right to Ramsey so he can get a first touch if they can. Then it goes looking for Salah. It's dealt with by Oliveira. And Napoli staring at their first defeat of the season, and first defeat in all competitions since April. Nunez driving towards the Napoli defence, pokes around the corner for Elliott. Elliott across the face of goal, and it's dealt with by Di Lorenzo. Elliott back to Ramsey. This was new 22. He gets his first touch and gives it back to Elliott. Lovely flick to Salah. Salah infield to number 19 again. Back from Fabio Carvalho. It's lovely football from Liverpool. Salah into the box. Fabio Carvalho shot, and it's over the crossbar. Excellent football from Liverpool with 2 minutes to go. That goal has just lifted them into another gear. Where was this for the rest of the game, for the rest of the season if you're a Liverpool fan? Last 2 minutes of normal time. Giovanni Simeone is coming on, and Osimhen is off for the last few moments of the game. And Raspadori is going to come on for Ndombele as well. So Napoli made all 5 of their changes. Simeone would have watched in the early part of the evening. His dad, Diego Simeone, his Atletico side finished 4th in the group and missed out on any European football. Salah near the corner flag, battling with Kim. Carvalho, loads of space in the penalty area. Flicks the left foot ball across, dealt with by Kim again. Tetic. Now to Van Dijk. Salah brings it down. Into a pass and is intercepted. Get it back once more. Dominating the ball for the last minute of normal time. We'll try and run through scores in the other games when there's a quiet spell. In fact, it's just gone to Alisson now. So, Bayern lead 2-0 against Inter. Marseille Tottenham 1-1. That's about 5 minutes behind this. Bolzania 2, Barca 4, Rangers 1, Ajax 3, Sporting 1, Frankfurt 2. As it stands in Tottenham's game, they're finishing second thanks to their draw at Marseille. Frankfurt go top. As it stands here, Napoli still stay top of the league. Liverpool need another 3. That ain't happening, folks. But Liverpool will pick up a win and finish level on points, at least with Napoli. Will be suffering their first defeat since last season. Into stoppage time we go. Simicast loses possession just inside the Liverpool half. There's 7 minutes of stoppage time due to that VAR check, a couple of injuries, and of course all the substitutions. Milner got an injury early in the first half. Tetic with a strong challenge. Not enough for foot. Simeone wins a corner off Van Dijk. They have 6.5 minutes to go. Try and find an equaliser. Still be top. Chance from the corner. Zielinski's taken on the far side. Kim and Ostergaard come forward. Ostergaard thought it's with a header earlier, remember. In a goes from Zielinski, headed away at the near post by Simicast. Lozano trying to keep it alive. Zielinski again. Flick up header from Lozano. Ostergaard beats Van Dijk. And then it's going to be volleyed towards goal from Raspadori, and that slices comfortably over and out for a goal kick. I don't think Alisson is going to be sprinting across to get this off one of the ball kicks. As he takes his time, future opponents in round and the knockout stages before them, they cannot play Napoli. Their options will be Porto, Bayern, as it stands, Frankfurt, and then likely to be Chelsea, Real Madrid, they cannot place Man City, and then either PSG or Benfica, depending on what happens tomorrow in their game. PSG away at Juventus, it could be tough, but Juventus have been poor this season, whereas Benfica are away at Maccabi Haifa. Rather Benfica came top and take them over PSG. Napoli come forward. Over him looking for Zielinski and Carvalho come and rescue the day for the red men. Alisson clears away. Grey and blue of Napoli continue to come forward though. Zielinski once more. Lozano down the right side. Lozano is crossed towards the far post. Ramsey gets there and shuts it out for a corner. So Chelsea, Manchester City and Napoli being the teams available on 5, therefore, for Liverpool. Also, very much preferred, you'd imagine, Madrid, PSG, Bayern. Of course, we didn't lose the morale around the camp after those defeats, Forest and Leeds in the Premier League. Napoli always have one eye on that game against Atalanta. The cross comes in from Raspadori and Alisson claims that, and he sends it long because the counter's on, and there's Salah, and he gives it to Nunez. Nunez going round into the penalty area. He crosses it towards Salah and it's taken off his toes by Ostergaard. Stunning defending. Salah's left in the goal, having a tantrum. He cannot believe that Ostergaard took that away from him. Glorious ball from Nunez. Salah was there for a tap-in 6 yards away, and Ostergaard sliding, gets a touch. That's remarkable defending. He's been impressive all game out of the Napoli backline, and he deserves a save one there. Simicast will take the corner. Deep, and Mary punches away, and actually there's going to be a free kick for Napoli, and Darwin Nunez is getting a yellow card for a push back of Lozano, I think, maybe. It's Elmas. Those two barge together a couple of times, and then Darwin Nunez just gives him a little shove around the back of the head. We've seen his temper has been lost before. Of course, that headbutt against Crystal Palace early in the season. That's something he has to keep an eye on there. Yellow card for him. A handful of Liverpool fans start leaving Anfield early. Their scarves being held aloft as they sing "You'll Never Walk Alone," the club's anthem. Offside flag means that there's a free kick. 2.5 to go. We're in their own half. Liverpool winning 1-0 here, but will still be second in the group. That's the sense for Salah. Oliveira clears away. And Gisa goes right to Lozano. Lozano running up against Simicas. Carvalho helping defend as well, and the fact it's going to be a Liverpool throw. No change in the Spurs group. The Sporting are one from the top, now they're bottom. Tottenham started the day top, they're currently second. And Frankfurt, who were winners of the UEFA Europa League last year, are currently top of the group with that 2-1 lead against Sporting. If Sporting equalise, Spurs go top. If Spurs score, they go top. If they concede, they're out. Plenty of drama still left for the other English side in today's action. Manchester shoved off it, and now Napoli come forward with 1.5 minutes remaining. Raspadori switches to the right hand side to Lozano. Lozano up against Simicas, digs out a cross, blocked by Simicas, and out for a corner. And Simicas just squares up there with the Napoli man. That was a bit unnecessary from the Greek. Seems to be calmed down. The final minute of the 7 that was added on. Corner for Napoli. Zielinski will take, he's got a short option as well. Sagard in there, so too is Kim and Gisa as well. Plenty of bodies. In it goes, flicked on, it's past Nunez. It will be kept alive there by Ngisa. Ngisa up against Ramsey, gets away from him, pulls it back to the penalty area, and Elliott's there first. And Salah can celebrate. Salah sprinting onto the halfway line. Does he have the pace to get away from Oliveira? Oliveira comes and shoves him, and he gets out for a corner. He has been so good, Oliveira, the left back today. So impressive. It's tough to keep up with Mo Salah, but he did it there. Whilst he's on the losing side, I really think he should be man of the match. He's been so impressive. Any team's needing a left back, keep an eye on him. Final seconds of the game, look over the corner, Simicas on the far side to take it. 4 bodies inside the box. Simicas floats on looking for Virgil van Dijk's in the header, and it's in! And it's very similar to the first one. Virgil van Dijk, oh no, the flag's up. The flag is up for offside. Van Dijk's header was saved in the line. Once again, Mary spilt it, and Nunez tapped in, but Nunez was offside. Let's just double check that's the case, and it is. Van Dijk's effort saved. Nunez hammers it on the line, but he was offside, and the goal is rightly ruled out. VAR just checking to confirm it, and as soon as this is taken, I can imagine we will be told that it's offside. It shouldn't take long, but the last one took long. Unless I've missed something, this is pretty routine offside. Full times coming in everywhere else apart from Tottenham were in stoppage time because they had a lot of injury time in the first half. We're still waiting for this to be ruled out. I don't quite know why. Oh, because there's a stray leg from Zielinski that's making it super tight. Oh, this is going to be interesting. Darwin Nunez may well have scored. I think he has scored, you know.